Before then, let's see how they're gonna draft pick and see if, Influence Rage is gonna be able to turn it around and make
Different
it a best of
perspectives
3.
expose the same truth.
3, 2,
Well,
1.
we're gonna find out. I hate that click. Yeah, it catches me off guard every single time. But then again, now it's global bans are in effect. So Influence Rage taking out the Guinevere, the Basha, the Uranus, Jushin, Marcel, Freya. I don't think they're gonna let Freya go. It's match point. Oh yeah, Harley exists. So Freya now.
Are they looking for? I'm surprised on the Gwenny ban. Freya's open. They got to pick up the Freya.
I think Guinevere banned because it's such a great utility tool, right? So knowing that how good it is, it can counter pretty much every single jungler on the other side. That could be possible apart from high mobility assassins. Even then, that's like Guinevere is such an anti-meta pick. That's what I consider Guinevere as. It's so anti-meta, it just becomes meta at some point.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And talking about all the metal
Among a myriad of stars, your team the Valkyrie's voyage begins.
Well, then we see one. We see Freya getting
Phoveus.
picked up.
Oh, Phoveus could be solid.
Phoveus Herrick, maybe?
Hold on.
Phoveus Kalea.
Eve's also open right now.
Not into a Freya, right? Not too early. To find some sort of stiff arm. Oh, yeah.
You know, and then it protects them if Influence Rage wants to pick up the Eve as well.
But I think Phoveus here. You can't let it go. Come on. It's a straight counter to the Freya. Don't think too much, VTA. Don't put yourself in that pickle. Yeah, glue. Yeah, glue is also a solid choice. Yes.
It leaves you some flexibility if you want for EXP to roam.
Ooh.
Seal?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget what you guys said.
So again, Akira coming with these utility or a utility jungle. Then
I would say Suyo's a bit more on the aggressive side. He's
he
like
can be definitely.
he's like
Kill pressure.
I mean, he's your fighter. Yeah, he's kill pressure. Kill pressure for sure.
He's assassin, isn't he? Suyo's an assassin.
Kind of. He's like a Paquito. He's like modern day Paquito.
Yeah,
You know,
like back in the
like
in the
I'm
day.
a fighter. Yeah, I'm like a fighter, but I will also kill you in 2 shots if you want. The thing about Suyo that's so broken is his movement across the map. When he first came out, he was ridiculous.
Broken.
In fact, he could move from one side of the map to the other in like 3 seconds. And also kill, and then also be tanky all at the same time. So
Yeah, that hybrid defense was insane when he was released. They had to nerf his magic defense a little bit. But the one thing I don't like with the Suyo being picked up is that they gave away the Phoveus, which could have been just a straightforward counter to this Freya in these team fights. Now they're going to struggle a little bit because you don't got to stop to this Freya. Now you're relying on what? Heavy crowd control, a lot of suppression. And with GTA style of play, extended team fights going for a re-engage, Phoveus would have been really good. Okay, the Granger, yes, but now the front line needs to be big boys.
yeah, they're already squishy. I mean, that's, you would think Suyo, that this is actually tough. Yeah, I like the damage you have on Vendetta, but it's going to be hard to round out this composition with just 2 tanky heroes, essentially.
Oh, having a Phoveus on you is just, you can't get rid of him, and you're gonna have to try to deal with him, and then you have Freya coming in that's gonna do a lot of damage. How are you gonna deal with these 2? I just feel like the Freya and the Phoveus together is just nightmare for their backline.
And Trek spoke about the glue. They ban out the glue. They ban out the glue instead. So I'm not, and because like the one thing I'd like to see a Granger in is in extended team fights again. But for him to be an extended team fights, you need a massive front line. And glue was a good solid option that can latch on to either the Freya or the Phoveus. But now that option's kind of taken off the table. So what are we really looking at? We know Ashley likes to play these big set roamers. There's no Grok, there's no Khalid. Hylos is taken off the table. Glue's not going to be present. Maybe.
I mean, Khalid is open for VTA. Khalid's open for Vendetta.
Oh yeah,
if they want it. Khalid is open for Vendetta, but against a Freya, against a Phoveus, it's not. Your quicksand guard is destroyed. Your whole engage options are pretty destroyed. And who are you even going to sandstorm? A Freya? Like, you're not. You know, there's no like marksman to target here. It's a maybe Hylos is gone.
Who said there are no shortcuts in life?
team
I
is
literally
banned.
invented one.
Chip in.
I was gonna say
Fight for the ultimate
Your team
answer.
is picking.
Kalea.
Kalea?
Gotcha maybe.
Kalea for single pick. Kalea's not bad.
Gato is
But they
actually
don't have that-
favorite. But does he work here?
He
Yeah, but
does.
whatever.
Gato does work here, but I don't know.
I also need an EXP laner.
Yeah, the timing is gonna be crucial. EXP Yuzhong, maybe. Yuzhong's probably one of the better options. Terizla.
Terizla's not bad, honestly.
He's not bad.
He's
He got a
tanky.
rework, you know.
He can absorb a lot of damage. He can kind of create some space that they need for the Granger and the Valentina.
No
Influence
more
Rage,
mana.
jungle pick. You think they go for like a Joy here against the Suyo?
So good, so good. Joy is so good. Like you could not have said it any better. There's no one to stop them. So who's gonna stop the Joy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joy
Like-
could definitely be solid here.
Joy is probably the best pick over here in the jungle. Magic damage, good against the Suyo. Granger can't really kite around as much. Valentina can't really do much. Yes, you get the electrifying beats, but it's okay. Yeah, you're gonna get stopped by the Terizla a little bit, but you can basically bypass it. No, they don't. YSS, old reliable.
Oh, reliable. Okay. I mean, it's solid. I'm not super. The YSS could have a tough time here. Could have a great time. It's very hit or miss. You're going into a Terrify. You're going into an aggressive Suyo. I think a lot of this is who's going to pop off first.
So it's kind of what we want to see, right? A faster paced game. Probably what we'll
Power of Pegasus!
I think it's gonna. Ooh, Abadan.
Oh,
Okay.
Abaddon Classic.
Ashley-
El Clasico.
Ashley Abaddon. I think the game's probably gonna end up being similar to what it was in the previous game. Influence Rage are gonna dominate the sides. The trio mid is gonna make a big difference, but in this case, VT have an earlier aggressive trio mid compared to Influence Rage.
And then
See how it goes. I like Ashley. She's played the Bedang before. It's a comfortable hero for her. A lot of possibilities on the side of Astro. You know, yeah, can he make these catches? We saw last game they were able to do well in the Lord Pit against Akiro. Are they going to be able to do it again when he's on a much more mobile hero?
And then he took away the Gato from Ashley. I feel like Ashley can hopefully make
Just
a
correct.
really good play with Baton because they don't have a lot of other sets.
I mean, it's a decent answer to the YSS. It's a decent answer to the Freya. It'll do, you know, it can like kind of really stiff arm. And also, if Rage Origins wants to dive too hard, all Ashley has to do is get one big ult off, and it could be trouble. But we are going to be jumping into the land of Dawn. This is match point for Vendetta. Looking for a slot in the playoffs. Influence Rage just fighting for life right now. Last time these two teams met, it went very similar to this. Can Influence Rage even the playing field?
You know what, Trex? In that graphic, I noticed is Bruno like asking Clint like, "Come on, bro, let's get it." He you know, trying to get the taunt going onto Clint. But hey, you know, you never bring a soccer ball to a gunfight. That's what they always
Never.
say. And never. So in this game, Influence Rage Origins, they're not going to have a lot of river control. The mid trio is going to be slower, as I said. Vendetta are pushing the limits with it. Ashley's having a fun time. You can see the emotes getting popped on both sides. Astro forced to recall. Okay, not getting the regen, so I think still trying to contest, not letting Ashley play her game. But this is a different Ashley compared to game number 1. Ooh, those fast fingers.
A much more aggressive Ashley, for sure. Last game, played a lot more passive, honestly. In Spurred Rock, it was kind of interesting, but still, she made the plays that counted. Ashley can be patient, doesn't want to be too aggressive. I think that's something she's worked on just in general in her gameplay. Being a more, you know, long-term roamer, thinking about the long haul, not just looking for a one play at a time. But I think this game, I do want to see her get a bit more aggressive. You have a Suyo, you have everything you need, and there we go. Astro bra low, Trobami looking for the final strike. Astro pops the Revitalize, able to get some health back, will not go down.
That's valuable. That's really valuable. That's what Ashley's been trying to do for a while now. Pop that Revitalize on the other side. And able to apply pressure. Able to play aggressive. Rage Origins falling into that trap. And I think Astro kind of had to be that, you know, the body that kind of blocks Vendetta from trying to get a little too aggressive. Just so that Maracucho can farm up. Because don't forget, they got strong sides. This Maracucho on this YSS basically a funnel. Ooh.
All right. Nice damage. Big taunt. Delika able to get the kill. Ashley falls as well. It's 2 down on the side of Vendetta as Akiro's on the run. Turtle does go to Akiro. A hit and run. But it might not be enough after losing 2 members, and now Rage Origin wants to move into the purple buff as well. Akiro just looking to possibly salvage something. There is no retry. There is no way to fight back. They're going to try to recollapse. Akiro comes in. Nice damage on Astro. Ashley looking for a possible play, but Delika in the backside with the pursuit on multiple members. Merciless able to jump in with a nice penalty zone, making sure Rage Origins doesn't advance anymore. Delika now on the run, but Chobami doesn't want to let him get away. Delika with the re-engage, looking for one more hit, one more slam, but he just cannot connect. He falls to Vendetta.
Yeah, I think really well played from Rage Origins as a good pushback from Vendetta as well. That 3-man penalty zone from Merciless making a big difference. And if Delika decided not to go back in, they could have walked away with a lot without any casualties. But that going back into that fight, I don't know if it was worth it. They did have a lot of damage from this Terizla. Yes, he's tanky, yes, he's slow, but the hammer is heavy. The hammer can be swung, and when it swings, the damage is a lot if you're eating it up straight. So I think Influence Rage Origins not really, maybe underestimating that factor too. So not getting the better of the trade, I would say. This was for Vendetta. They were able to pull one back. Yes, they didn't get the purple buff, but Rage Origins, they still can get away with it. They do have a slight bit of control now of the goal lead of the games. Both the sides are going to start coming in now at this point. The Freya is going to hit a power spike, and so will Delika on this Phoveus. Melon gets a Sky Piercer. That was, I think Akiro's probably, yeah, I know, I think Akiro's going to start building it soon as well. So 2 Sky Piercers, I don't know if that's the best.
Ooh, look at the damage on Ashley though. Maracucho able to pick up the kill. A beautiful Mountain Shocker to get the stun. Ashley paying the price for being aggressive this game.
Very much so, and I think Merciless this time making sure they control the turtle pick. Look at Delika as it goes in. Those dark waves are going to make a big difference, and he's going to be a problem. This is why I said they could have been better off picking it up for themselves. AOG
does not connect. Akiro able to dash in, take the turtle. Can Merciless get away though? Delika once again as Ashley pops in with a fist crack. Delika getting shredded down, looking for a kill, looking for Melon, looking for a target under the tower. Still up in standing strong as Vendetta is pushed under the base. Merciless down. Turtle does go to Vendetta though. They're looking for the re-engage. Another Mountain Shocker. Melon trying to dash through. Will go down. Nox able to get the kill on the boss side. Replic almost untouchable, but Akiro still picks up the kill. Now Astro up against Akiro. The tower drops. Akiro looking to salvage something as Nox looks for the re-engage, and Vendetta finally decides to call it off.
Much more slower pace this series compared to the previous one. I mean, I know I said it in the previous game, but in this game as well. Merciless though, getting that Chasta's Pauldron, which is a good item to have first up, because knowing that this Freya is going to start popping off, you want to stop this Freya as much as possible. And the Sky Piercer that I was talking about, it's not going to be too. Akiro deciding not to go for it. Is that Blade of the Heptases? Or is that, I think that's Hunter Strike, right? Because I keep forgetting the build pathing to it. It's probably a Hunter Strike they're going with right now. And it's showing that the game plan is working out. The communication is there within the team. They're not losing their heads. Rage Origins are slowly conquering the sides. That's the game plan. That has been the game plan for them. But the mid trio of Vendetta are moving a little faster. But at this point, they gave away too much control.
Yeah, but PTA, I think, is at a point where there's not, they have to give up some control, right? Maracucho's on fire right now. The damage is locked in. All he needs is the Hunter Strike, and he's already starting to chunk down the front line. Ashley hasn't gotten tanky enough, and now with 2 deaths, she's even more behind. They don't really have a front line that can hold on. Same thing with Merciless. Yes, those might not be the targets you want to kill, but at this point in the game, they're great targets to have kills on, because those are the things that are supposed to be keeping Maracucho away, that are supposed to be keeping Nox away, and it's just opening up the fights. Turtle back up now. Akito needs to play the game he's been playing the past 2 games. Come in at the last moment, get the turtle, get my team to safety. We just need to staunch bleeding, but Ashley with a fist crack does land on a Maracucho, but no large connection as Akiro works on this turtle. Delika with the pursuit onto Ashley. Ashley already down to about 75, but a big penalty zone to the backside, and they collapse the fist crack. Members of Rage are dropping, but no, it's Ashley who drops instead, and now Merciless response. They're too tanky. Rage Origins are able to hold on in these fights. It's the revitalized from Astro that's keeping them standing.
Not just that, they just don't have the damage on the side of Vendetta. They've got a Sky Pierce in the hands of Melon, but not a lot of items to add onto it. Akiro got the War Axe with the help of the Fury Hammer. It's not working out. They do have the Hunter Strike on their side. No damage. The glowing wand is present, but there's all first items, right? We need this Granger to start popping off for Vendetta, but if you're Rage Origins, it's going really well. A Warrior Boots plus an Anti-Crash from Eto. He's going to be able to tank all this damage coming in from Akira, all the damage from Merciless, a certain damage from Melon to a certain extent. But yes, I think if you're Vendetta, Ashley's been late to pull the trigger on the Fist Break, Fist Crack combo. It's been late. It's been super late. And I think that's kind of hindering what Vendetta can do. Is it because the rest of the members are not in the range to dish out the damage? I'm not. Trex, what do you think?
It's honestly, you couldn't ask for a better setup than that, right? The penalty zone into the fist crack. I wish I could go back and look exactly. Did Churro commit? Did Melon commit? Because the fact that no one went down on the side of Rage Origins is truly insane. They were low. But again, with a lineup like this where you have your gold laner's a fighter, your jungler's very fast on his feet, you have a Brilliance possibility from Nox, you have Astro Delika, it's a hard team to kill. And like you said, Melon isn't quite there yet. Hunter Strike just locked in for Akiro. Both of them took the slow path with their item builds, taking the Sky Piercer first, and it did not pay off just yet.
Well, now it comes out of how they're going to be able to slowly kind of not give up control. And we've seen Vendetta are good at that, but this time it's a different story. Rage Origins have a Yi Sun Shin that's farming machine. 3.5, 3.7k gold lead on their hands now. Much more than what it was previously in the previous game. And that's the problem against the Yi Sun Shin. You give him an inch, he'll take him out.
And it's true. Melon did just get in Malefic Gun. Might be something here, but Rage Origins, this time, they're not wasting time. They're pushing the gas. They're learning from their mistakes, and with this composition, just keep doing the same exact thing. They're gonna make their way into the pit, Akiro into the backside as Maracucho backs up for his purple.
Yeah, and every time there's a neutral objective, again, Influence Rage only want to take the fight if they have the upper hand. If they don't have the upper hand, they don't really pick a fight. That's been a trend that we've been seeing in Influence Rage Origin so far. They don't like 50-50s. At least if it's a 51-49, then they'll pull the fight. But if it's a 50-50, they don't really do that. And they're very careful, and that's what kind of separates them from the other teams that are in the top half of the table, right? The other teams are willing to go for the 50-50. They're okay duking it out in a micro battle. But Influence Rage Origins, yes, even though they back their micro, they don't want to take that risk. They want the advantage, even if it's slight.
Mika with the pursuit once again. Nice damage on Ashley.
Oh.
In comes Replic, AOG as Maracucho cuts him off on the backside and locks on to Ashley. First kill going to the hands of Rage Origins as Replic lands down with a penalty zone on to 3, maybe 4. Vendetta in shambles, 3v5. This should be an easy lord for the side of Rage Origins.
It should be an easy lord indeed. Really well played coming up from real Influence Rage Origins. Oh, just the time for the pause too. Yeah. We're ready to see how this game will go down now. 11 minutes in. Influence Rage Origins got control. 4.9k goal lead. 5k almost. much more fast-paced compared to game number 1, but I think the idea has been the same for both these games. Control the sides. The mid-tier is going to be slow, but when the mid-tier pops off, it's going to pop off really well. In the previous game, did it pop off? They didn't push the gas, but this time they are, and they're pushing it hard. And they need to find a way. Vendetta need to find a way to slow the game down, which they could in the previous game because Ashley was on a grok. This game, with this Badang, it's not looking like it's possible.
Speaking of putting that, getting onto that gas, there's a pause. Somebody put a brake onto the gas for them, and I'm hoping they can still continue with that momentum because it looks like this is going to be a game that they're going to be able to win.
Wise words from Layla. We took that pause just for that sentence right there. I love that. Such a quick pause. Everyone seems good now. That's what we like to hear. We didn't have to, yap for another 10 minutes. Now we're ready to try to close this out. And will Rage Origins finally get a win against Vendetta? I do like what you said, Kronos. There is always a clock, and Vendetta does know how to pull it together. Melon got that Malefic gun in earlier, and coming into the bottleneck, that's where Rage Origins seems to fall apart sometimes on these big sieges when you have to, there's no big wide range. You all got to group up and walk through that tower. And if Ashley gets a big pick, if Merciless gets a big pick, it could be bad for Rage Origins, so they have to be careful about how they approach these fights.
Yeah, and the way to approach it is how you approach a bottleneck. Organize yourself, and in this game, they're so much more organized.
A lot of damage though. Merciless has to use the penalty zone, will go down. Mid-tier 2 falls as well. Lord finally off the map. Will Delika hold down the front side for a possible engage? Rage Origins minions on the top side aren't going to be able to close the distance. There's one left from Vendetta. A bad push in terms of overall productivity here, but Rage Origins can back off and wait for the next one.
Yeah, and I think I spoke a little too soon about them being organized, right? Because you could see on the top side already, Akira was getting a push, and that's how they were able to get this tier 1. So alleviating a little bit of the map pressure that could come in from Rage Origins, bought them some more time, bought themselves some more breathing room. 2 tier 1s gone. Now you can see a lot of splits coming in from Akira, playing the map really well too. So I think from a macro perspective, Vendetta, like you said, Trex, they know how to control, they know how to slow down the game, which they did in game number 1. In this game, there was no possible ways to kind of slow it down apart from the split, but in the previous game, they had a Vendetta, right? They had a Claude. In this game, they have the Suyo. It's not the best hero to split, but possibly the only hero that can split here, and he is splitting the map really well, and that's kind of like breaking apart Rage Origins, who want to stick together. They don't care about the penalty zone coming in from the other side. They have the Spirit Break combo from this Freya. They have that Infernal Pursuit, the Dark Wave from Eto, but at the same time, they have that massive AOG, which is such a huge AoE skill. And not just that, in the previous fight, which you mentioned, that Revitalize being the difference maker for them to out-sustain Vendetta in these team fights. Yeah, I think Rage Origins want to stick together. And speaking about sticking together, only one Chastis Pauldron from the side of Vendetta, so they need to fight our own Merciless whenever this Freya is around. Otherwise, Freya's going to be free hitting. And on the top side, oh, Ashley flickered in too.
The whiff. Replik gets away. It's a huge material gone, and now Rage Origins are going to work hard onto this Lord as Vendetta is completely disengaged on the top side. Can they make up for something here? Replik barely taking anything, and watch for the conceal play. They're cut off. AOG does not connect, but still, Delika trying to lock on a Churro as well. Akiro just wants to get back to base. The rest of the team disengaging.
Yeah, and Akiro needs to, because he needs to, again, get the split going on the bot side. The Lord is going to march in as well from the bot side this time. So RNG not in their favor, man. For once, you'd think they'd find a way to get things done. If that was if the Lord was going to the top side, it could have worked out. Maybe sneak away a tower once again, but I don't know. This could be the end of Vendetta's win for this game number 2, and it could go to a game number 3 if they find the discipline push, if they're able to find that clean siege. Because so far, they haven't been able to. Vendetta have been holding their own, and they are. They're clearing the waves out, and Origins are not responding. This could be a problem.
Yeah, this seems to be Rage Origins, maybe one of the biggest things they need to work on, these big pushes with Lord, as Melon chips away at the Lord, already down to about 30%, does get the crash. Fist Crack comes out. Mount Shocker, AOG connects on to nobody, because not able to fully commit. Tower does go down. Everyone's still standing. Immortality is bought for Astro. Gonna be able to prolong these fights a little bit more, but Rage Origins still taking their time, looking for a target, but Vendetta's not gonna come out. They're not gonna fall for that. Rage Origins decides to back off.
Well, what could have been
into danger time.
Oh no, actually, nice pick.
Crack. Hero comes in as well. A lot of damage onto Astro. He does have the immortality. AOG able to connect, and they collapse down with a penalty zone to help out Melon. Melon able to dash back, looking for more shots. Merciless finally does go down as Nox enters the fray. Akiro looking for a target, able to find Astro. It's a 1-for-1 right now as Astro moves in for more, but Matakucho picks up 2. It's a 3-for-2 right now as Melon and Churobami step out into the field looking for a possible target.
That could have been so good for Vendetta. It could have been so good. The penalty zone came in clutch. Just the fact that the Freya was in their face. In the face of Melon, in the face of Churobami, so they weren't able to get the damage down. And Melon's kicking himself that he didn't get a single kill out of the entire fight too. He got the Sky Piercers, the first item strikes, and we're still yet to see him open his account like 0, 1, and 3 on a Granger. If it was, even if he didn't get a kill, if he was able to land a little bit more damage in that fight, when they went to disengage, Churro as well as Melon went out of the fight, but they weren't able to dish out the damage. If they did, it could have been a lot more simple for Akira to hit that Soul Saver, get a couple of more kills, because what Astro as well as Maracucho in that fight were super low. All you had to do was one more hit from their skills and just tap that skill too. It could have been death for Influence Rage Origins. I could have turned the tide of the fight around. But now, again, Influence Rage Origins have taken control, and look at the goal lead. Almost 9k on their side. And it might be a steep hill for Vendetta to climb at this moment.
Yeah, but if they give up this Lord, I don't know if there's a way to come back from it. They are going to back off.
They can't contest.
This is big. Yeah, I guess they can't. Akiro can't even go for like a cheeky positioning. Rage Origins holds such great position over that pit. If you look back, you could see their map positioning with Replic on top side and all 4 of them just circling. They're waiting for the next wave to go at this point.
Yeah, they're blitzing it. They're waiting for it to hit 18, 10. Oh, wait, they're waiting for it to evolve. That's what they were doing. Oh, they have so much control of the map. They were waiting for it to evolve and then get the maximized Lord and then go for the final push. So it's well played, but overextending it, yeah, no. Even then, Vendetta can't contest. They know about it. They've got this game locked down. 9.5k goal lead, almost 10k. Yeah, back to the drawing board for Vendetta, I think.
And this is the Rage Origins that we've been wanting to see, right? Making these small, very smart decisions. From game 1 to 2, game 1, they played great map awareness. They played the long game. They just fell through at the end there. This time, they're perfecting it as they go. And if or when they win this game, it's going to be a tough one, I feel like, for Vendetta in game 3, because everything is going to be completely reset, and Rage Origins has showed their true color that they can play a very, very strong game.
Very strong game indeed. Evolved Lord marks on the bot side. I think the waves are going to be synced up, except for the top a little bit. Still okay. Then I think Akiro probably going to use the Retribution. No, he doesn't. So able to find the Astro taking on super low. Ooh,
Astro down. That is huge. One man down. Once again, Rage Origins in a bad spot as the Lord tries to make its way closer. Another wave coming down the mids. Rage Origins don't fully engage. Their roamer's gone. BOD for Akiro. And the map is forced to reset once again.
Oh, the fumble. Talk about the big fumble. Oh, it's not looking good for Influence Rage Origins. They had this in the bag. It happens to them every time. They had the goal lead, and now it's not going to make a difference because Vendetta start reaching that 56, 60k point where the gold's not going to matter. Everyone's going to be max build. It's going to come down to those quick item swaps, but looking at Vendetta's heroes, I don't think the items would even really make that much of a difference. They're not going to see a lot of immortalities. We're not going to see a lot of those winner crowns because they don't have those heroes to kind of make those plays. Yes, maybe Ashley and Merciless, but Influence Rage Origins, what have you done?
What have you done?
At this point, they're the
50-50.
reason for. No, they're the only reason for their own loss. Like it's not brilliant plays from Vendetta in this game. Neither was it in the previous series, in the previous game, right? Good plays from Vendetta, yes. Not brilliant. That could have seen them really yank the rug underneath Rage's feet. But at this point, same thing. It's not looking good.
Matakucho up against Hero. Hero forces dash back. Matakucho wants the 1v1, but here comes Merciless. Nox able to find Churobami as Melon and the rest of the team have to back off. Lord comes up. Rage Origins find a moment of weakness and take advantage. 45 seconds on the clock for Churro. All they got to do is rush this Lord. But Vendetta, I think, has to maybe contest? They can.
They have to, but I don't think they'll be able to do it because you can see Akuro's not there on the map. The Lord's, again, is not looking good if you are Vendetta, right? The push. I'm not even looking at the Lord. I'm looking at the push. Where could it come from? The Lord is going to march down the bot side. Akuro's trying to get him, like, the push on the long lane. Unfortunately, it's the lane where the Lord is going to march in from. So whatever push you kind of have going on, it could be the reason for your downfall too. And looking at the item builds, Granger sold his boots. At this point, Melon needs a BOD, and there you go. 2 BODs, just raw damage at this point. And he is praying. He is praying. Layla was thinking about the emoji earlier. I can see him dropping that gif, saying that he's praying for a couple of kills. He needs, if he's able to get 2 kills maybe in these fights, even 1, that could turn the tide of it entirely. Influence Rage made a mistake once. Will they make it twice?
All right, we'll see what happens. AOG in the backside does cannot connect. Astro goes a little bit too deep there. Melon's going to try to take him out. One more shot. Revitalize does pop. Merciless with a nice penalty zone into the backside as well. Merciless just trying to keep him at bay. The Lord is big though, and he is coming down onto the base. But Rage Origin is pushed back. Nox able to find Churro once again. It is a 1v1 between those two, and Churro seems to always lose, but the Lord finally falls. The time was bought, and now Delika along with Nox. Astro low, Replic tries to dash back in. Ashley back on the map, does have a fist crack. Minions cleared, base safe, Rage Origins pushed away again.
Oh, yet again, Trex. And guess who made the mistake again? Astro on this Gato Gacha. And the previous time was taking a little too much damage from Melon, but this time dove into the back line. Yes, got on top of Melon, got that nice bit of a taunt as well, but not able to get the job done. Melon was struggling to pop the immortality. I think got to the point where he popped it, yes, but oh wait, Ashley.
Wait a second. Whoa, wait to the backside though. Astro able to get the knockout. Matakucho finds Melon. That should be it. Churobami's not on the field. Replic trying to clean up. Merciless is next on the block as Ashley runs with the tail between her legs. It's Akiro and Churro up against 5 and a wave of minions crashing in. Rage Origins stretched it out too long. They know they gotta end it here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1-1.
It's 1-1 indeed, Trex, in what was a long game. So Influence Rage still able to hold their own, keeping composure, made a couple of mistakes, more than a couple of mistakes that were really important though for them not to make, but still somehow able to seal the deal in the end off of 1 misplay coming in from Vendetta. Not even misplay, I would say, trying to open up the map, overextending a little bit, but at that point, what could Vendetta really do? So yes, Influence Rage finally got the dub against Vendetta. So hopefully they can shake off the jitters, shake off the mistakes that they made, focus for the next game. And if you're Vendetta, what went wrong? Not able to capitalize in the early game. Get the hero pool lockdown for Ashley, and then maybe open up the map and open up the game a little bit more for them.
Yeah, they had, you know, great chances of ending this game a little bit earlier, but you know, Vendetta, they really did good at defending 2 lords, right? And then they were able to, you know, stay for that longer, but you know, at the end, I feel like once Granger was taken out, that was it.
Yeah, it was a tough game. I think Vendetta also made some mistakes there. At the end, they're down Churro. They decide to come out and look for a 4v5. Melon gets caught. Melon's too deep. So both teams, I mean, towards the end there, both teams had their mistakes, but I gotta focus on Maracucho, who never takes a death. Same with Nox. Nox was touching Churobami tonight. You know, if that's our word of the day, Nox was giving Churro the hands. Maracucho as well. Completely deathless between the two of them. Team fight participation through the roof. These guys were the backbone of the team for sure. Or should I say the hands?
Hey, man. The backbone of the hands, really? I mean, they were given the touch treatment, right? The tap treatment at this point. Yeah, and even in the previous game, in game number 1, it was Nox who was kind of like, and Nox and Maracucho who are really leading the charge for Rage Origins. But in this game, they found their footing. They're able to, you know, hold their own and finally find an opening to get the win. And you could see here, this is why I said if Vendetta were able to pick up the Fove, you see how much of a threat. He still didn't die. He was what? He walked in with the same amount of HP in that fight and walked out with the same amount of HP. And he didn't get taken out a single time. And he is the frontliner in every single fight. So if you ask me, Vendetta could have had a better draft. Yes. And in this fight, this is what I'm talking about. Melon went back to kind of recall, right? And if he was there in the fight, a little bit more of that damage could have opened up the door for Akiro to hit that Soul Server and finish the job, get the job done. But in this final fight, it was just too much damage that they were taking. 23 minutes in. They already lost a lot of 3 members, some of the crucial members that were important for them to try and get the clear. Yeah, with Churro kind of being negligible in the entire game, not having a lot of impact like we want him to, making a big difference here.
And the MVP goes to our jungler, Maracucho. He definitely deserved it. He has made some amazing plays and was able to take out the damage dealers from Vendetta. Well deserved.
Maracucho.
Maracucho. Did I say Cucha?
Maracucho.
Excuse
me.
There you go.
Maracucho. 6-0 and 11 on the YSS at that. We haven't seen the YSS really, be the most popular pick in the jungle. It's slid in a little bit. We've seen it in some gold lane, but Maracucho made it look meta, made it look good, going deathless with the bob and weave action. Even at the end here, just is a monster. I thought he was dead there. I thought Akiro got the kill on him, but he just dashed back real quick to safety.